Karth, you fought in the Mandalorian Wars, didn't you? We may have faced each other in combat. What battles were you in?
I try not to think about my past battles too much. The horrors of war are something I'd rather not relive.
The horrors of war? My people know only the glory of battle. I'm disappointed in you, Karth. I thought a warrior like you would understand.
I'm not a warrior, I'm a soldier. There's a difference. Warriors attack and conquer, they prey on the weak. Soldiers defend and protect the innocent. Mostly from warriors.
Nice speech. I bet you tell yourself that every night so you can sleep. But I accept who and what I am. I don't have to justify it with words. Victory in battle is my justification.
Justification through victory. So what happens when you lose? You know, like you did against us.
You had us outnumbered 5-1. You had more ships, more troops, more supplies, and the Jedi on your side. And we still made the Republic tremble before we fell.
Nice speech. I bet you tell yourself that every night so you can sleep. I don't want to talk about this anymore, Canderous. The war is over. You lost. What?
stulpi kikuyanda. Dom patugas aktelia. Kunga diho tonga kunga. Manakundez ching balamule. Tunking darute. Tupling chatukunde. Muleraves. Muchashat bakat. Kieno no namapaole rachiku. Takunjus takmiki grabulmoto. Kachichu ita bodunga. Toldobank. Wale oganga na chuchut. Mulisha ponga bola wanachike. Mamule slimo. Hodadara anga kumis. Mule raves. Jedobado wana nigibobo. Tonga bunsha dunya. Tonga tukashmak talea. Tonga diho tonga kunanga. Wana kunbez ching balamule. Tunking banude. Tupling chatukune. Mule raves. Kachikun ita hodonga. Iking kuno pa mule rachikun. Stimo podona. Dunga kunga be. Tong haidwam jiji dung lumpa. Nita poe tikitu. Dolpa da bongwaleo gandona chuchu. Kachi chu ita dundonga. Yuma lita kuto dun. Sila mulane nindu bobo. Onga kumbis chan ba mulera. Onga diho tonga kunonga. Wana kumbes ching balamule. Tunking ba mulube. Tupni kachi kun ita hodonga. Iking kuno pa mulera chikun. Stimo podona. Dio dunga kunga be. Onga diho tonga kunonga be. Wana kunbez ching palamule. Tunking ba nunutek. Tupning chatukune. Mulera ves. Kachi kun ita hodonga. Iking kuno pa mulera chikun. Stimo podona. Dio dunga kunga be. Dunga diho dunga kunonga be. Wana kunbez ching palamule. Tunking ba nunutek. Tupning chatukune. Mulera ves. Kachi kun ita hodonga. Iking kuno pa mulera chikun. Stimo podona. Dio dunga kunga be. Runda diho tonga kunonga be. Wana kunbez ching palamule. Tunking ba nunutek. Tupning chatukune. Mulera ves. Muchashat bakat. Kieno no namapaole rachikun.
Greetings, apprentice. You must be the one Master Baluk has enlisted to help him with his I am an information retrieval droid. I can assist you by accessing the records of both the Jedi Enclave and the Central If you have any need of my services, please. I have already retrieved some information from the archives on Coordinatic, Ricard Lusov, and Handon Gould. I have also had... Is there any information you require? My preliminary analysis of the body indicates that he was killed approximately 3 hours ago by a single energy blast to the torso. Is there any other information you need? Very well. I will be here to assist you.
Another Jedi, huh? Helping that Twi'lek investigate, no doubt. He seems stumped. I'm Ricard Lusov. Maybe you can figure this out and let me get out of here. Well, I was out hunting Iriaz when I spotted one over here by the bridge. I pull out my rifle and aim at it. I couldn't see it that well, mind you, because the damn sun was in my eyes. So I shoot it and it drops. I walk over here and find Handon standing over Calder's body. So why don't you get this whole farce over with and send that whiner Handon to the prison he belongs in?
Ah, greetings. You must be assisting Master Baluk in his investigation. I'm Handon Gould. Perhaps you've heard of me? Really? Well, then I assure you, on my reputation, I had nothing to do with the killing. I will help you with the case as best I can, though. You see, I was out here running earlier today. Yes, running. I do that a lot. Can't stand speeders, never use them. Keeps me in shape, too, you know. Anyway, I was out running on the other side of that bridge there, and all of a sudden I heard a shot coming from over here. I ran over and found this man Calder lying on the ground, dead. I saw Rickard come skulking out of the shadows of the rocks south of the river, and I knew something was wrong. I hit my emergency button and called the Enclave right away. Well, there. That's my story. Now, please hurry this up and arrest Rickard so I can get on with my day.
Akupa Chekupa? Gino Mulera Kimpaita, Kislima Podwama? Lunda dijo Tonga kun hankabi. Wana kun bez ching palamule, tunking ba nunotak. Tukning chatukune mulerabes. Takum just takmiki grabelmogo. Kachichu ita bodunga. Tolbabank wale oganda naru chuchut. Mogisha ponka bola wana chikne. Wamule slimo podadara nanga kumbis. Mulerabes, jedabadawana nidibobo. Tong nabungsha nununya. Tong batukashmak talea. Tong haitwam jiji jong lumpa. Nita poe tikito. Tolpa da bonkwalea gan muchashat pakhat. Kiye no namapa. Chekupa? Gino Mulera Kimpaita, Kislima Podwama? Tong haitwam jiji jong lumpa. Nita poe tikito. Dolpa da bonkwalea gandona chuchut. Kachi chu ita dundonga. Yumalita kutotun. Chilamulane nindubobo. Onga kumbis jang ba mulera. Takum justach miki grabelmogo. Kachichu ita bodunga. Tolbabank waleogan kachikun ita hodonga. Ikinkuno ba mulera chikun. Simo podona. Muchashat pakhat. Kieno no namapaole rachikun.
So, what do you want to know? Yeah, I knew him. Hell, we've known each other for a good long time. Doesn't mean I really have to have liked the slime ball. Maybe I shouldn't be so hard on him. Especially now that he's dead. We actually got along pretty well most of the time. We just had our differences. We were actually business partners. We were involved in some orbit-to-ground transport operations for Aerotech. Can I leave now? I should probably be the one to give the news to his wife. So, what do you want to know? I told you already, didn't I? Was hunting some areas. Haven't seen many in the area recently, what with those cat hounds acting up. But they're still around. Was in my blind a little south of here when I spotted one, like I said before. I shot, and pow, it went down. But when I come over here, there's Handon standing over the body and the Iriaz was gone. Now, I don't have nothing to do with it, so can I go now? So, what do you want to know? You Jedi are so predictable, always seeing some greater purpose behind everything, when the simple answer is usually the right one. Can't you see that it must have been Handon? I found him standing over the damned body. I don't know why this is causing you so much trouble. You almost seem as lost as this Baluk guy. So, what do you want to know? Well, kind of sprained my ankle running through the bush before I found the body, but it's nothing that serious. Right.
How can I be of further assistance? I knew him a little bit, but I was not any sort of great friend to him or anything. I never really associated with him that much. In truth, I didn't really want to. He had a reputation. Very inconsiderate of family, I heard. But merely having heard unkind things about someone wouldn't make me want to kill him. I'm sorry, I'm getting a bit agitated. Why must we remain here? Can't you see that Rickard must have shot him? How can I be of further assistance? Injured? No, of course not. Why would I have been? Fit as a bantha. I run. I don't know if I mentioned it. How can I be of... I was taking my daily constitutional. I just happened to be running by when I heard a shot. I ran over and found Calder's body lying there. Yes, quite often. I generally prefer running to anything else. Can't stand speeders. A healthy body will breed a healthy mind, as I'll... Injured? Of course.
So... Right.
Ako pač. Runda diho kachi kun itaho donga. Iking kun runda diho donga kun honkabi. Wana kun bez ching pal. Ta kun just tak miki grabel mogo. Kachichu itaho donga. Tolbabank wale oganda naru chuchut. Mogesha ponka bola wana chikne. Mule slimo podadara nanga kumbist mule rabest.
Is there any other information? The Southwood Speeder rental business has records that over the past several weeks, a speeder had been rented by Mr. Nettic and Mr. Gould. Is there any other information you need? According to the municipal authorities near the Garen spaceport, there had been news of violent drunken activity in a cantina attached to the port. Apparently, a Mr. R. Lusoff was making accusations at a Mr. C. Nettic about cheating him in a business deal. Jedi Tuka was dispatched to the scene and restored order. Is there any other information you need? Very well.
Runda diho donga kun honkabi. Wana kun bez ching palamule. Kachi kun itaho donga. Iking runda diho donga kun honkabi. Tak.
How can I be of further... But I realize this must seem like a motive to you, but I assure you it isn't. I dislike Calder, true. I would punch his face in, given the opportunity, but I would not kill him. My wife was cheating on me with him. I slept in my own bed while I was in the next room. But, as much as I may hate him for that, I could not kill him. It may have been my own fault for driving my wife away. I must try not to take the law into my own hands. I was just out running, trying to clear my head for the divorce proceedings, not stalking him to kill him. Running is not a crime. How can I be afraid? I could block off maybe, sure, but not kill him. You know, normally I'm not prone to outbursts like that, but Calder... Mr. Nettic, he was not a very nice person. Not a very... I had had my suspicions for several weeks, but had no proof until 2 days ago. It seems Calder was seeing my wife.
Well, if you can't keep her, it's your own fault.
But, as much as I may hate him for that, it may have been my own fault for driving my wife away. I must try not to take them. I was just out running, trying to clear my head. Of course, of course.
So, what do you want to know? Now, I don't love Calder, but we go back a long way. We run a suborbital shipping and transport company out of Garang Spaceport. We've been partners in that business for well over 20 years, and we've been doing... Right. So, what do you... Now, I don't love Calder, but we've been partners... Right.
Is there any other information? My preliminary analysis of the body indicates... Is there any... These plains are rife with wild animals. There have been over 35 catalogued attacks on settlers by small farms and holdings dot the plains and can provide... Is there any other information you need? Very well.
Lunga dijo donga kun hankabi. Wana kun bez ching palamule tunkin ka chikun ita donga. Ikin ku lunga dijo donga kun hankabi. Wana kun bez ching.
Takum just Miki Grabulmogo, Kachichu ita Bodunga, Tolbabank, Wale Oganda Naru Chuchut, Mogesha Ponka, Bolawana Chikne, Amule Slimo, Podadara Nanga Kumbis, Mule Rabes,
Kachikun ita donga. Ikin kuno pamule rachikun. Slimo podonar.
Muchashat Parkant. No Namapa.
So, what do you want to know? That blaster? Never seen it before. Calder himself had a preference for Ichani weaponry. He had this one really nice light blaster rifle that he always used. Always wished I could get myself a rifle like the one he had.
Ichanis make delicate weapons with too little firepower. Lightweight stuff, if you ask me.
That blaster ain't it, though. Calder only had the one rifle, too, so he either must have borrowed that, or... Right.
How can I be of further assistance? That blaster was stolen from my house last week. I never knew what happened to it. I hardly have enough money to afford a single blaster, let alone another. I can't tell you how important it is to have a weapon on hand with all these ravenous cath hounds around. Even an Irias can take a man down if it gets in the mood. Every settler has a weapon. It's our most prized possession. I would most appreciate it if I could have that back after you determine that Rickard is the killer. How can I be of further assistance? Of course.
Is there any other information you need? I am sorry, but I seem to be failing you. I have searched and searched, but I cannot seem to come up with anything at all. I thought to find the record of the missing weapon report Mr. Gould filed with the authorities, but there does not seem to be one. Is there any other information you need? Very well.
dihotonga kun honkabi. Wana kun bez ching palamule tunking ba nunotek.
Ta kumjus takmiki grabulmoko. Kachichu ita bodunga. Dolbabank wale oganda naru chuchut. Ogashapo.
Runda dihotonga kun honkabi. Wana kun bez ching palamule. Kachi kun ita hodonga. Iking kuno pamulerachi kun. Simo podonar dihodonga kun.
Muchashak pakhat. Kieno.
Is there any other information you need? I have just received back an analysis of a sample of the blood found on the weapon. It had been sent back to the enclave just before. The blood on the weapon is definitely not Calder's. Unfortunately, there was a bacterial contaminant in the sample that had been taken back to the laboratory. We cannot get any more specific analysis from that sample other than the fact it did not belong to Calder. Is there any other information you... Very...
How can I be of further... Of course.
Akupa. Tong abom sha umina. Runda dihotonga kun honkabi. Wana kun bez. Runda dihotonga kun honkabi. Wana kun bez ching palamule tunking ba nunotek. Tukning chatukunne mulerabes.
Hey, what are you doing?
Jedabadawana nidibobo. Tong nabungsha nununya. Tong patukashmak talea. Ta kumjus takmiki grabulmogo. Kachichu ita bodunga. Tolbabank wale oganda naru chuchut. Ogashaponka bolawana chikne. Wamule slimo podadara nanga kumbis mule rabes.
Runda dihotonga kun honkabi. Wana kun bez ching palamule tunking ba nunotek. Tukning chatukunne mulerabes. Tong abom sha umina. Wanga kumbis king balemuraya. Shoni yon tunchichi idadwana. Kababoy pa muji kumana.
Ta kumjus takmiki grabulmogo. Kachichu ita bodunga. Tolbabank wale oganda naru chuchut. Ogashaponka bolawana chikne. Wamule slimo podadara nanga kumbis mule rabes.
Kachi kun ida hodonga. Iking kuno pa mulerachi kun. Slimo podonar dihodonga kun kabe. Runda dihotonga kun honkabi. Wana kun bez ching palamule tunking ba nunotek. Tukning chatukunne mulerabes.
Tong haitwam jiji jum lumpa. Nita poe tikito. Dolpa da bonkwalea gandona chuchut. Kachi chu ita dundonga. Yumalita kuto tun. Chilamulane ni dubobo. Wonga kumbis chang ba mulera.
Damn you. Damn both of you.
Ta kumjus takmiki grabulmogo. Kachichu ita bodunga. Tolbabank wale oganda naru chuchut. Ogashaponka bolawana chikne. Wamule slimo podadara nanga kumbis mule rabes.
Kachi kun ida hodonga. Iking kuno pa mulerachi kun.
Imo podona kundi hodunga ku hunkabe. Tong hai tuong jiji jung lumpa. Nita poe tikitu. Dolpa da bonkwaleo gondona chuchut. Kachi chu ita dundonga. Yumalita kuto dun. Chilamulane ni dubobo.
You did good. You might just make a proper Jedi yet. Who knows?
Achuta. Wonga kunbis tulpi kikuyana. Tong patugas maktelea.
Ah, so this is the meddler. You have caused us far too much trouble for a mere Jedi.
Now this is what I've been waiting for.
I will add your head to those of the other Jedi I have killed and take yet another lightsaber for my own. Now you will know why the Mandalorians are feared.
Yes?
Be your doom! You are strong. Stronger than me, even in the darkness. I am Juhani, and this is my grove. This is the place of my dark power. This is the place you have invaded. When I embraced the dark side, this is where I sought my solace. It is mine. When I slew my master, Quatra, I knew I could never go back. And now I revel in my dark power. Power enough to crush the life from someone such as you. Or so I had thought. What is it you want? Why do you bother me? The council has sent you here to kill me. Why then, when you bested me so easily, did you not simply finish your task? Is it not apparent that I can never be saved? Lies. Leave me and come back when you have the courage to finish your task. What is it you... The council has... You do not? I am pathetic. I sit here and think myself to be great by embracing the dark side, but I am nothing. There is no way I could be turned back. I always thought they held me back, or jealous of my power. This is only because I was not good enough to meet their standards. I never have been. I thank you for your kind words, Jedi. I seem to still have much to learn, both about being a Jedi and about myself. But I wish the cost of my ignorance had not been so high. I wish that my master had not suffered because of me. It is. It was I who hurt her. I who killed her. Her suffering is mine. Leave me to my... I do not know what... It is. Leave me... I do not know... It is. Leave me... I do not know... If she were alive now, there would be so much I would say to her. So much I would apologize for. How can the Council ever take me back with what I have done? Striking my master down in anger is unforgivable. The Council may... leave me.
Yeah, what do you want? You're...
I do not know what... If she were alive, how... If I show them I am free of passion, that I am serene, that I... Maybe, just maybe, they would accept me back. Do you think they would? Could that be possible after what I've done? The Council may forgive a lot, but no, I am lost. Leave me to my hope. How can I ever... I thank you, Master Jedi. I will return to the Council then. I shall submit myself to their judgment and hope they will forgive me. Again, I thank you. I am sure I will hear great things about you in the future.
Let's go! Down you go! Let's go! You asked for this!
Ucua Penki, Tuamaji, Chiwi Aita Kato. Kakin, Chiwa Aita Kan Kichana, Jupornibo, Kun Muri Ras ni Chiwi Aita Kachong Chicha, Agi Uko Tong Hitwama Aki Uko Tune, Potong Hitwama Chiwa Aita Kan Kichana, Ucua Penki. Baba.
My droid is still missing. I can feel him like, oh. My droid? Destroyed? No. No, this cannot be...
Yes?
Have you found the Mandalorian raiders yet? Thank you, young master. My daughter can now, I think, rest in peace. Here is the reward I promised you. What? I did not think the Jedi were so greedy. You seem almost Mandalorian. I thank you for what you have done for me, but I have nothing else to give. The Council will hear of your deeds and your greed.
That was totally uncalled for.
You have done well, my pupil. The ancient grove has been purified, and Juhani's journey down the dark path has been halted. Because of you, she walks once more in the light. But though she was saved, do not dismiss what happened to her. Juhani is both dedicated and true to the ideals of the Order, yet she was still vulnerable to the dark side, as are we all. She struck her master in anger during her training and injured her greatly. But it was Quatra's choice to test Juhani this way, and it seems to have made its point. Juhani has been redeemed, and you have passed your final test. Congratulations, apprentice. Or should I say, congratulations, Padawan. You have proven yourself worthy of joining the Jedi. Let me be the first to welcome you as a full-fledged member of our Order.
If you have questions, you should direct them to...
It is good to see Juhani has returned to the way of the light. You are to be commended for your role in this. Your actions give us great hope for the future. Your training is now complete, Padawan. And perhaps now, it is time we dealt with the matter of the dream you and Бастилу shared. When we heard of the ruins in your dreams, Master Dorak recognized it as one of a series of ancient structures here on Dantooine. This one in particular lies to the east of this enclave. We sent a Jedi to investigate, but he has not returned. Perhaps sending him in the first place was a mistake. The Force is guiding you through your visions. It may be that exploring the ruins is a task tied to your destiny. That is why the Council has now decided you should be the one to investigate this. The secrets to stopping Malak may be hidden within those ruins. You must investigate them and find what Revan and Malak were looking for. Be sure to bring Бастилу with you. There is a powerful link between you, and you will need to draw strength from each other during the trials ahead.
I demand justice! The Central family is a blight upon Dantooine. They must be punished.
The Council will look into this matter, Mr. Matale. You must be patient. Your accusations have no proof, and we do not want you stirring up trouble with the Sandrals if there is some mistake.
Mistake? My son Shen is missing. How can there be any doubt the Sandrals are to blame?
There are other possible explanations for your son's disappearance.
Ah, you Jedi are good for nothing but talk. I shall only wait so long before I take action on my own.
As dangerous as the threat from Darth Malak and the Sith may be, we Jedi cannot simply abandon our other responsibilities. The Council has promised Alan Matale we will look into his son's disappearance. Should you have time, Padawan, you may want to investigate this matter.
If Shen Matale has not returned to his father, it may ignite a savage and bloody feud between the Matale and Sandral estates. We must not allow that to happen.
Your study and training are important, of course, but the Jedi are not a cloistered order. Our influence and teachings must spread beyond the walls of our academies.
It is in the real world that we truly prove ourselves worthy of the title Jedi. You would do well to remember this, young Padawan.
The task has its own importance. It may also serve to divert our minds for a short time, something which carries its own rewards. What can I do?
Sure.
You have done a great thing. One of our own had strayed.
I must give you my thanks. Because of you, I have spoken to the Council, and they have helped me see the truth about myself and the truth of my actions. Quatra's injuries were not so severe as I first believed. I was foolish to believe I could harm a master such as she with my clone. The fierce confrontation between us was nothing more than part of my training. Quatra wanted me to understand the threat of the dark side, to see how easy it was to fall. Quatra's methods may seem strange, but I trust her wisdom. This lesson has been difficult, but I am better because of it. Humility is never easy to teach, but now
You can't expect to get everything handed to you on a silver platter.
After our last battle, Quattro had nothing left to teach me. I needed time alone to explore the turmoil of my own spirit. Only then was I ready to follow a guide. You. Back to the light. When I left, Quattro knew her work with me was done. There are other disciples who need training throughout the galaxy, and she could not stay to see if I passed this most difficult trial. With your help, I have passed this difficult trial. The Council now feels I am ready to continue with my training, though they have asked me to wait here.
Giving you a second chance like this is a clear sign of weakness. Sometimes I find it hard to believe the Jedi could defeat my people.
This has been a painful lesson, Juhani, but it seems you have learned it well. I am certain you will be a credit to the Order.
I do not know what the Council has in store for me, but I will trust in the Force, in the way of the Jedi to help me through whatever is to come. I do not know.
Achuta, Wonga kun Akupa Muchashak.
What do you want?
I took the loss of my droid much too hard. I feel I must... Unfortunately, I have none to give. Otherwise, I would. But I still feel I must explain myself. I was much too attached to my droid. It was all that was left of my husband, you see. Maybe I thought, but I went too far. I could not see what was missing in living a normal life. Fortunately, in my grief...
Well, if his ego is similarly halved, he should be just about right.
Samt and I got to talking, and, well, we have a lot in common. I think we'll be seeing more of each other. It's funny how things work out, but I think we should be going now. We have so much more to talk about. I just wanted to thank you for what you've done for me, and what you tried to do.
Thank you for exacting my revenge.
King Watawama Mulira, Yula Lipa Ak Inkokun.
I think the droid is trying to communicate with us by cycling through a variety of languages. Each time it spoke, it was using a very different alien dialect. The droid can probably understand us. The only problem is it may not have been programmed with the phonemes of a language we can understand. I recognize this language as well. It's an archaic variant of the Selkath dialect spoken on Manan. But why would a droid on Dantooine be programmed to speak ancient Selkath? It must be referring to Revan. The Dark Lord and Malak likely encountered this droid when they explored these ruins. The droid is obviously not programmed with the knowledge we seek. The Starforge sounds like some type of weapon, perhaps. Though in fact, it could be anything. Maybe. That might explain how the Sith were able to amass a fleet so quickly. But I suspect the Starforge is more powerful than a mere factory. Maybe the droid has more information we can use. It seems to respond to you. Perhaps you should ask it something else. These builders must have been an extinct people. Though it is strange, there's no record of their existence. Even the archives of the Jedi Academy make no mention of them. In the years before the Republic, the Hutts were a dominant force in the galaxy, but they never constructed an empire. In fact, I know of no species that would fit with this information. Revolutions would take more than 20,000 years. If this is true, then this droid is nearly 5,000 years older than the Republic itself. There must be some mistake. droid must be talking about poor Nemo. The Council sent him here to investigate, and it cost him his life. Revan and Malak unlocked the sealed door and uncovered the secrets of the Starforge. Now Malak is using the Starforge to fuel his conquest of the Republic. We have to find out what they uncovered. We have to find a way to unseal these doors to learn more about the Starforge. The Republic is depending on us. I'm here.
What?
You cannot win. There, yes? You cannot win. You cannot win. You cannot win. Yes?
Sure.
Sort of intergalactic navigational chart. Revan and Malak must have used this to lead them to the Starforge. We could use this map to follow their path and find the Starforge ourselves, but we must be wary. They may have laid traps or concealed what they found. I don't know, but Revan and Malak were very interested in finding it. It must be a tool of some type, or maybe a weapon. Perhaps the Council can tell us more, but I think this map might be the key to finding the Starforge, whatever it is. See this world here? This looks like Korriban, a Sith world. And if that's Korriban, then this is Kashyyyk, and Tatooine, and here's Manan. But there are pieces missing. Incomplete hyperspace coordinates, corrupted data, and there doesn't seem to be anything indicating where the Starforge itself might be. I was thinking that too. This map can't take us to the Starforge, but I know that Revan and Malak visited Korriban at least once. Perhaps they discovered something more there. They may have found something on each of the other worlds that completed this map. Maybe if we find all the pieces, they'll lead us to the Starforge, and some way to destroy it. We must inform the Council of what we've discovered. They must decide our next course of action, though I suspect our task has only just begun.
So, Бастила, I heard a rumor that the Vulkars captured you without much of a struggle. It must be embarrassing to be bested by a handful of street thugs.
There were extenuating circumstances, and I can assure you, it took far more than a handful of Vulkars to subdue me.
Whatever you say. All I know is that if we had more Jedi like Бастила fighting against us in the Mandalorian Wars, my side might not have lost.
Bold talk from a broken-down mercenary who was serving at Davik's heel. I'd call you his pet cat hound, but they have enough loyalty not to turn on their masters.
Insults? Maybe if your master had trained your lightsaber to be as quick as your tongue, you could have escaped those Vulkars, you spoiled little Jedi princess.
I was not spoiled. I was given the same training as everyone else in the Order. You are nothing but... No, I must not do this. There is no emotion. There is peace.
That's the problem with you Jedi. Always chanting about peace and control. Never up for a good fight. Well, except for Revan, I guess.
Enough, Mandalorian. I won't rise to your bait anymore. The game is over. Let us continue on with what we were doing.
This is private property. You have come from the Jedi Council. Master Matali wishes to speak with you. I will inform him that you are here. Remain at this location until he arrives.
My protocol droid tells me you are here on behalf of the Council. I was beginning to think my demands had been ignored, though I think your time would be better spent interrogating the Sandrels as to the whereabouts of my son Shen. Many years ago, I brought my family here to Dantooine to escape the crush of humanity on the core worlds. Soon after we settled here, the Sandrels arrived, and they have been a plague upon my house ever since. The injustices the Sandrels have committed against the Matales are far too numerous to name. But the Council is well aware of our many disputes. Recently, I discovered several Sandrel droids trespassing on my land. I have no idea what nefarious purpose lay behind their arrival. My own assassination, perhaps? Destruction of my property? Maybe a simple spy mission? I wasn't about to find out. My own security droids destroyed the invaders. Not a single one survived.
At least you're efficient.
It was shortly after this incident that Shen, my only son and heir to the Matali estate, vanished. Obviously, Nurik, the unscrupulous head of the Sandrel clan, has abducted my son in retaliation for the destruction of his droids. Follow their stink south of here and you shall find them. I demand action on this matter, Jedi. Why does the Council insist on stalling? The life of my son is at stake. Is it possible... Yes, of course. Now I understand. I am a man of the world, Jedi. I know how things are done. I will make a contribution of 1,000 credits to the Council in exchange for rescuing Shen from the Sandrels. I will present the credits directly to you, of course. Whether the Council ever learns of this donation is completely up to you. 2,000? Your greed is outstripped only by your utter lack of any sense of proportion, Jedi.
2,000. Even if you would pay such a fee, what could you possibly need so many credits for?
For that price, I could purchase enough droids to destroy the entire Sandrel estate. 2,000 is out of the question. Nevertheless, my offer still stands. 1,000 credits for Shen's safe return. Know, however, that I will not sit idly by much longer. Eventually, I will take whatever action is necessary to rescue my son, including razing the entire Sandrel estate. Until you find Shen, Jedi, we have nothing further to discuss. I suggest you hurry south to their estate, lest I take matters into my own hands.
This is private property. By what authority are you trespassing on this estate? The council. If you are here because of Shen Matale's disappearance, you are wasting your time. The Santos are not involved. This is nothing but a Matale witch hunt. Murad left orders he was not to be disturbed, but given the circumstances, I will make an exception. Go into the main hall. Murad will meet with you there.
I have been informed by my protocol droid that you wish to speak to me. I brought my family here to find peace and safety, not to be harassed and treated like common criminals. Your council has no authority here, and I respectfully ask you to leave this property at once.
This guy isn't telling us something. He might even be lying. I don't trust him.
I trust you will show yourself out. If not, my security droids will be sure to deal with you.
You are here from the council, are you not? Looking for Shen Matale? My name is Rahasia. Nurik is my father. He has not been himself since Cassis disappeared. He is mad with grief, and he is convinced the Matales are responsible. He's not thinking rationally. My father is a good man. When my mother died, he raised me and my brother by himself. He loves his children, and we love him. I just don't want you to judge him too harshly. You must understand that Father has been under a terrible strain. I have no wish to disobey him, but there are matters where even my father's authority is not absolute. My father has kidnapped Shen Matale. He is holding him prisoner here in the compound. He feels this is a way to get back at the Matales, a way to get even for the disappearance of my brother Cassis.
I see. Well, there is the answer we seek. The Jedi Council should be informed of this at once.
No! Since Cassis went missing, my father has become unstable. He might hurt him if you do that. He no longer even cares if the Matales are responsible for what happened to Cassis. I am afraid my father will simply kill Shen out of a mad, misguided lust for vengeance. Shen is an innocent victim in all this. My father is not a bad man, but his grief has driven him to madness. He must be stopped. Please, find Shen and rescue him before my father does something he will regret forever. I would take you to the prison, but I cannot let my father see me with you. Take this key. It will open an unguarded door at the rear of the estate. You and Shen can make your escape through there. There are many security droids guarding the halls. Please hurry. You are Shen's only hope. Alan Matale and my father have had problems ever since they settled on this world. To hear my father tell it, Alan is a brute and a bully, but a rich one. He feels his credits give him the right to step all over normal people. My father stands up to Alan because no one else will. But now he thinks Alan has taken my brother Cassis and has imprisoned Shen as revenge. Please find Shen and free him. You are my only hope.